Yes, ladies and gentlemen, nice to see you all. And thanks to Estonian Golf Union, Ein and Kristo. Thank you for the invitation. It's my honor to be here. I'm here to tell you about the Golf Union of Iceland and how we do things. I mean, we can learn from each other and we look a lot towards Sweden, Denmark in what we try to do regarding the national teams, etc. And we will go through that. I will take questions after the presentation. I think that's the best way to do it. I'll just go through the presentation, and if you have questions afterwards, just feel free to shoot. If you sometimes are traveling to Iceland, don't hesitate to contact me. I would be honored to introduce you to Iceland, all of you, but not all together. So feel free. You have my email. After the presentation, we would be honored to show you around in Iceland if you're traveling there. And compliment on the Estonian Golf Federation before we start. I think you're doing a great job. I know what you're doing because we meet up regularly in the EGA meetings, for example, me and Kristo, and we share best things that we are doing, and we try to learn from each other. So let's start. About me, like Kristo said, I've been 9 years now at the Golf Union of Iceland, working as a general manager. Before that, I was teaching golf for like 20 years. I was teaching pro at home and in Germany, and I studied at the PGA of Germany for 3 years to become a professional golf instructor, and that was really good. That helped us as a nation as well. I was like the third person in Iceland to go abroad and study how to teach golf. We had 2 guys before studying in Sweden, and then I took a master in business and administration at the University of Iceland. So that's so shortly about me, and there you have my email as well. Today I'm going to go through the Golf Union of Iceland, how things are set up at the office. Then we're going to talk about golf in Iceland, courses, etc., and why we are so successful growing the game. I will try to answer that. So here we have the Union of Iceland, founded in 1942, and main goal was to support and grow the game. We have today 7 employees, 11 board members, 62 member golf clubs, and we are based in a house of sport. In the Nordic nations are mostly set up like that. We have like 32 sport federations, and we're all based on the same place in Reykjavik. Some facts about Iceland and golf in Iceland. Like I said, we have 62 golf clubs. Most of them are around the Reykjavik area, which is here. But we have them spread all over Iceland. 20 plus courses are 18 holes or more. The rest is 9 holes. We have in golf clubs 26,300 members. That's a number from 24. And we think the number which is playing golf but not in golf club is probably the same. And I will come to that later. We are trying to find ways to get those people in as well into the golf clubs. So it's almost 10% of the population which is playing golf in Iceland. It's pretty good. Average green fee, 75 euros. annual average member fee, 800 euros. Total played rounds, 400,000, 24. Average salary in Iceland before tax, 6,300 euros, so that's plus minus. Here we have how things are split up, how the landscape looks like. We have 34% of all the members are ladies, and that is pretty good in comparison to other countries. And the reason why we are doing good there, we have been like 10 years working on that from day to day. Ladies' golf days, social events in golf clubs, more toilets on the golf clubs. We've been to the details, and we have been trying really hard to get the ladies in, and it's working. So we are proud of our percentage, 34, but our aim is 40% before 2027. So that's our goal. Yeah, men. We have 66% men, and you see the men. The average player is 47 years old and plays handicap of 28.6. And the ladies, 53 years old, 38.5. And the juniors, it's interesting, we are on the 3rd place in EU, let's say under 15. So we're pretty lucky there. We have a lot of juniors playing. Women in golf, this is what I told you before. There you see other countries, how this percentage is. I mean, Germany is doing really well, I see. Scotland, not as well. And yeah, we are striving for 40%. Maybe you know the concept from the Swedes, 50-50. They have a concept they call 50-50. They want 50% ladies in the clubs and 50% men. So that has been what they've been striving for. I don't know their numbers.
Quite similar.
Quite similar?
With you.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So this is the development of the memberships in Iceland. And you see it spikes. I have to go up here to show you. It spikes on 2 places. I mean, around 2000, something happens, and I think it was Tiger Woods. It's my theory. 2008, 2010, we have a chapter which is pretty level, and then we go up. This is where the financial crises are, and it is a fact when we have financial crisis or some crisis, like COVID, which was probably here, around here, we always have spike in memberships in Iceland. People start to spend their money in a different way, and we have studied those numbers, and we see that those crises help golf in Iceland. COVID, people are not going to Spain and play. They go to the golf club. They use the memberships, and so we had a lot of new members through. My theory: Tiger Woods, financial crisis, and COVID. Yeah. Then to the revenue model of our golf union. If we start to look at this picture up there, we have membership fee, 60% of our income, which is fine. You see members aged 16 plus pay 44 euros to the golf union. And then we have grants, mostly from the Icelandic government and R&A. I'll come to that later. And partners or sponsors are 7% of our revenue. This here was just to show you, we had this publication. We had like 6 or 8 magazines every year, and we stopped printing those here, like 2021. So the red thing is out. So we just have those 3 now. Our main focus went to the homepage, golf.is. So we are not printing anything more. All right. To compare, 44 euros, Iceland, you see Norway has 39, Finland 30, Denmark 24. So each player is paying that amount to the union. We have been discussing at home that we are going to go even higher now, like 50 euros. It's going to try to do that on our next annual meeting. So take a bigger step. We are like 700 or let's say 1,000 kroners behind our what do you call it? How prices in Iceland are going. So we're going to go up to 50 euros. So to the employees of the Golf Union, we have 7 employees full-time, and of course a lot of people, physios coming and working for us. But in the office we have 7 fixed employees, and you see again how small we are, trying to do the same as Netherlands with 7. And you know this story, Christo. I think you told me you are 2 fully employed in Estonia. So it is just hard to compete. I mean, Germany has the same amount of players as we do. So we are competing and I know the budget from France. It's a different game. So we have to be smart and try to find cheaper ways to get there. So this is the team. Me, the general manager, Sole, sustainability and prevention. Kristín runs the tournaments, and Björn is her right hand. Our sport manager or sport director, Ólafur, Arnar IT, and Golf Iceland, Magnús. This is the crew. And I will come a little bit to this again. Yeah, I said up there, you see, this year we're going to hire a marketing specialist because we are not happy with, we are the second biggest sport in Iceland after football, and we are not getting through in media. So we need a lady or a guy who knows how to do things properly, social media, etc. So that's the next step. So, strategy. This is a strategy that we set for 8 years. We have to do that because of the elite fund that we are getting money from. We have to have 8 years planning ahead. And our strategy is basically those blue things here. This is our core business. This is something that the golf clubs cannot do. For example, Icelandic Championship. A golf club can't do that. And on the right side, the red ones are nice to have things. Of course, people debate on that. IT system is the heart of the system, and you might ask yourself, why is it on the right side? because the golf clubs can do this if they want to. But every golf club in Iceland is in with us on our IT system today, which is called Golfbox. You use the same probably here. But we know Golfbox could be on the right side if a golf club would say, we don't want to use Golfbox, we want to use something else, we got a better system ourselves. That's why it is on the right side. So we spent most of our money here. And if we have extra money, nice to have, we go on the other side. And the golf clubs are happy with this. They know what we are doing, and they are not expecting us to do a lot on the right side. Yeah, and then finance and management. I mean, those things depend on our budget, of course. So finance and management, always the heart of everything. Okay, here we have popular sports in Iceland. Number 1 is soccer, football, golf. Number 2, we are the oldest federation in Iceland. And number 2 in members. I think soccer is around 30,000, and we are there 26,000. Gymnastic are pretty popular in Iceland. And yeah, Kristó, basketball is not that popular. Sorry about that. Okay. So, main sponsors. We have a simple sponsoring system. We have a bank, insurance company, hotel, Iceland Air, yeah, a car company, and water. So we are also thinking about, we don't want to have bat zone, Finlandia vodka. We want to do it properly. So we have tried to pick our sponsors really, really well, and they are happy. We are happy. We call it the golf family, consists of 6 sponsors who all gets the equal exposure on our platform. So they basically own us, those 6. Everything we do, we have those 6 with us. It's pretty easy because before we tried to make 4-year contract to them, and they are all overlapping. I mean, Stepnir is running out next year, but this one is in 2 years. So we're always trying to overlap those so that we don't have overnight all gone. Those are our closest partners. Icelandic Sport and Olympic Federation, and of course PGA of Iceland. We're working closely with them. Golf Union of Disabled Golfers. We have been working a lot with them. I'll come to that later. Union of Senior Golfers. They have their own union in Iceland. And Greenkeepers Association. Okay, main focuses, national team players, amateurs, of course, professionals, we do a lot for them, domestic tournaments, we do a lot of, and the Golf Union is only responsible for the Icelandic championships in every age category, so we are not doing anything else. We have tournament series, and we help presenting them, but the golf clubs have to step in and host tournaments. That's how we do it in Iceland. So we are just hosting the Icelandic tournaments, and the golf clubs know they have to do the rest. I don't know how it's here. Kristó, you can maybe tell me later about that. Regarding the weather, we have a red warning now for 2 days. I was lucky to get here. Our summer is like from 15th of April until 15th of October. That's the season, golf season. Otherwise, we're indoors or in Spain. So it's basically like that. We have a similar weather like in Estonia. 0 degrees, raining a lot, so it's pretty classy. We have a saying in Iceland, if you get lost in the woods, you just have to stand up. Okay. Number of golf rounds played by foreign golfers in Iceland. This is interesting. You see like 2010 or 2011, 2,000 rounds played. Now we are crossing 10,000. So we have been having more and more of those big ships coming in. And people from those ships are playing. And golf tourists coming to play quirky golf courses and just different golf. And it's like, I don't know if you know Lofoten Links in Norway. Somehow that course got popular. It's in the middle of nowhere, bad weather, but people like to play there. So we're on a good run with the tourists. I just wanted to show you some photos from some golf courses in Iceland. You see how the DNA is, it's a lava field. The fairways and greens are just shaped onto the lava. So it's better to stay on the fairways. The new clubs are gone in overnight if you're not. Let's see, I had some more photos. We have really open golf courses like this one in the Westman Islands. It's a volcanic island, and it's a beautiful course. It's one of the most popular courses to play for the tourists. And yeah, it's either this type or those lava fields that you will see in Iceland. So I just wanted to give you a glimpse of what you could expect. To the national teams. Yeah, you see the budget, 515,000 euros annually we spend on our amateur team. We have this golf government support, almost half of it from the government. And you see the total government sports support is like 12.3 million euros every year. And that goes to 33 sports in Iceland. And of course, on the head office in Laugardalur, they spend a lot of money there, the sport union itself. Municipalities in Iceland support really well the local golf clubs. They provide them land. They pay down for the kids to practice, the practice fees. And so we have, what I'm trying to say is, we have the local government supporting the golf clubs really well, owned by the municipalities. We just have one private-owned golf club in Iceland. So from those 62, we just have one private-owned. And then we have a good support from the government as well. So then if we look at the Icelandic golfers among the at the WAGR list, like I call it, World Amateur Golf Ranking, top 1,000, we see we have now like what, 13 players under 1,000, and so we're trying to climb up, and they are getting younger as well. That's good. That's positive. Boys and girls together. I'll come to that. Yeah, and here you see boys and girls, how this splits up. You see Gunnlaugur Árni plays at the University of LSU. He's top 100, So he is one of the most promising player in Europe at the time, at my opinion. He's a brilliant player. Hulda Clara, also Perla Sol was picked to play the Junior Ryder Cup this year. So we have really those two, Gunnlaugur Árni and Perla Sol. Those are the best players we've ever seen in Iceland. So we are hoping that they will be our next stars. And they are around 17, 18 years old now. National team goes to training camp once a year. And this year we went to La Finca golf resort in Spain. 30 people, and we pay for that. The golf union pays everything. We pay for coaches, local coaches as well, half. And half goes on to the golf clubs if they want to send their local golf coach. Then we have, of course, our national coach there, physios, and they stayed there for like 10 days. We are probably gonna do contract this year with La Finca. We really liked it. We had contract to a place called Hacienda, yeah, and they are now doing something with the greens, and we couldn't go there this year. But we like this place so much this year that we are going to strive for contract there. And we do 3 years at time. And we then try to rent apartment close by so we can send our pros down as well if they are on the in Spain and have to train. Then we have apartments rented for them. Yeah, so this is the amateur team, and the beautiful thing on this saga was our pros are here as well. They come in and try to, help the kids, amateurs, with their game. So we had like 5 of our best pros there as well, playing pros. And then at home we have those monthly 6 hours camp in Reykjavik. So the kids come from all over Iceland and it's fly in Saturdays mostly, train for 6 hours together, indoor, and then, yeah, that's so basically the program. And we try to work as well with the coaches, club coaches, as we can, because we have history of we were trying to do something and that was against what the club coaches were doing with the players. So we've been trying to shape that better. I think everybody's happy now, mostly. Here is our journey. This is what we present when we see our players. When you're 14 years and younger, this is the most important thing, just positive experience. Basically, we have events all around Iceland for kids meeting up, having sleepover, things like that, kino. Just don't strive too hard, don't try too hard here. It's just have fun, stay in the game. That's basically what we are saying. Then the specialization comes when you're 15 years old. Then you get great support if you can play golf well from the national squad, many domestic tournaments, international experience, World Cup, European Team Championship and all of those tournaments, and preparation for college golf. We tell our kids that we really want them to go to college in the States. That's the best way, because we see mostly in every case they get better. That's and those schools in the States, I mean, they play great golf courses, they have great players around them. So if they don't make it there, they won't make it in professional golf. So we try to push them all towards the States. Then when they're still on a good plane, coming to the age, let's say 25, then professional golf is there. And we have a fund called Forskot, which is a support for our professional players. Golf Union is a partner, and we have the biggest companies paying in. So that's a really good one. Has been there since 2010. And then the end goal is, of course, Olympic Games and the international tours. All right. Here are some of our players in the States. In the middle, up in the middle, you see Perlasol, which I just told you about, and down on the left, our male player, best male player, most promising player. So they are all in the States playing golf, and our national coaches, they go there visiting them. That's something that we do also, if they want, and they work with the coaches, the university coaches as well. We have 20 plus kids. We have 20 plus kids playing in the States, like you see on this map, all over the States. But mostly, they are mostly aiming on this area. You see our two bests are probably on the best spot down here. LSU. Yeah, I think we have 21 players there now, which is good because you can't play golf in Iceland. Otherwise, just indoors, simulators. This is the fund I told you about. 4 to 6 players every year get 165,000 euros. And mostly the fund Forskot gives like 5 players. 2 of them get most of it, and then maybe 3 players a bit less. This has been helping our professionals really much. And you see those companies, those are not the same companies that are main sponsors of the Golf Union, except Icelandair. So we are in a different direction there.
Again, 6 sponsors only.
Yeah, 6 sponsors only. We try to keep it simple. Okay. Then to growing the game. How are we doing things regarding different projects at home? If we leave the professional golf and the amateur golf, I'm going to go through a few projects and introduce them to you. First of all, we are doing an Erasmus project, if you know that. It's called Golf for Circularity. It's a sustainability. We use golf courses to teach kids about the nature, etc. And we get supported from EU, it's called, and the European Union. What is good here is that we get to take the kids from the schools to the golf course, teaching about trees and birds and things like that. And at the end of the session, they can go and play golf. So that will probably leave some of them getting interested in golf, hopefully. But like I said to you, Christo, yesterday, this school golf project that many countries have been running, that the return there is just 3%. So we have stopped going into schools trying to pull the kids to the golf course, but we do it in this project. Yeah, 3% return. So I know France has stopped. So I think it's not the right way. We have to find a new way. Another project that we are doing is called Golf Sixes, and we are the only nation doing a pilot with Golf Sixes and TrackMan indoor. So R&A is paying us for hosting indoor tournaments domestically for kids. And they have merchandise sent to us, and we just give the kids those caps and gloves and stuff like that. It's been working well. And R&A is really tight behind us there. And you see the numbers from UK up there on the right side, increased in club junior membership 30% in UK. So it's a good concept, fun tournaments. This has been our best project, I would say. First we called it Ladies Golf Days. Now we just call it Golf Days. We called it Girly Golf as well. But what we saw when we just invited ladies to the golf course, the man and the kids just sat on the parking lot and waited. So that was pretty sad to watch. And so we changed it. We just invited everybody, and we take our smaller golf clubs. We try to work with them as well as we can, and we invite the whole all of the local people from that place to come and play golf for free. And we try to link that with teaching the teacher. So we send like 2 or 3 PGA pros, and if the golf clubs in the region want to send their teachers, so to speak, instructors, to learn something, they do that. So that's a good thing. It's been working well. So we're trying to leave something for the club as well, trying to help them out. So this has been our best project, and we try to run like 6 of them every year. This is another one, Icelandic Championship indoor in TrackMan. We have a high budget, a good fee for winning that tournament, and it is broadcasted live on television. So that is pretty good tournament. It just started last week, and it runs until April or something. We have like qualifiers and stuff like that. So it's everything indoor, showed live on TV. Pretty cool tournament. And we are working on that with R&A and PGA of Iceland. I just wanted to show you a little bit from our indoor facilities. We have a lot of such facilities in Iceland. We have like 400 simulators. And here, information about pricing. You pay 40 euros when you play in those TrackMan at home for 1 hour. And we have 60 official facilities around Iceland operated by both private companies and golf clubs. And we estimation 400 simulators total and growing fast. I just heard last week some private-owned company is opening a new one at my hometown with 11 TrackMan indoor. So the people are going nuts. And it was explosion in COVID times. People couldn't go to, play golf abroad. And we had a winter, and so this was a really good choice for everyone, and it's just been keeping growing. This is one of our best products as well. Why do people come over and play golf in Iceland? Midnight golf. We have daylight all day through, and over the months like June, July, you see the sun just don't go down at all. Playing golf in rough conditions. This is something that some people just like to play. I mean, it's not the best golf courses in the world, but it's something else. It's not like playing in Orlando or something, but you have other factors selling people those courses. Weather. Another project called G4G. We are working closely with the Disabled Golf Association in Iceland. We are hosting a national championships for them. And we are a member of EDGA, European Disabled Golf Union. And we are on our way, we call it the 8-stage pathway. We are going through 8 milestones with EDGA towards doing better things for disabled golfers in Iceland. You know, accessibility, golf indoors in golf clubs, etc. And I mean, golf courses are for many are are hard to play because you're maybe using something, a cart or something, and it doesn't fit to the golf course. So we've been trying our best to work with the Union of Disabled Golf, and we're doing that. Golf Iceland, this is a trade association for golf and tourism. So the guy which I introduced in the beginning, Magnus, his job is to take every question that comes into the Golf Union from abroad and divert it to the golf clubs or hotels or car rentals, etc. So he takes every question that comes in from abroad. That has been a really good step for us. So we are a partner. Golf Union is a partner, but Magnus runs things there. Golf instructor school. We have been running that since, let's say, 2005. We have been doing our own education for the PGA pros. Like I told you, 2 guys went to Sweden, then I went to Germany. After that, we had our own school, basically, in Iceland. And, of course, PGA of Europe got their hands on that. And I think last year signed up 50 pros, starting to become professional teachers. So this is very important for us to, get players better, for golf clubs to teach the game and grow the game. So we are really happy on this, and a number of ladies are also growing fast in the PGA education. So we do that ourselves at home, and it's working well. Okay. Average price per hour, 35 euros for members. And most of the golf clubs now have their own indoor facilities. And you see the price is a bit lower than on the market where you pay 40 euros for it. Open market, where private parties are renting those out. Okay, I think this is one of our most successful thing to do. We have the Icelandic Championship Amateur in live broadcast at the most popular television station in Iceland for 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and 30,000 people watch this every year. So it's a huge TV event in Iceland and very popular. I think this is our best marketing stunt all time, and we pay for that to get it in. There we just see we try to be visible with flags, beach flags, etc. in all our tournaments. We host 23 tournaments, Icelandic championships every year, and we try our best to have the setup good as it gets. Yeah, it's the same. Then This is a typical driving range in Iceland. This is, for example, in Reykjavik on the right side. We have like 84 boxes there, and they all have TrackMan range. So people are standing there just watching the computer screens and just having fun. And this runs 365 days a year. And since they took this TrackMan range up, 60% growth in sold golf balls on the range. I thought it would be the other way around first when they did this, because I thought this takes too much time. People are speculating, you know, how are my numbers, and they would hit less golf balls than before, but it went the other way. So they're just implementing this all over the place, and most of the bigger clubs have it already. This is Akureyri in the north, so it's a similar system. Yeah. Yeah, there you see those boxes. This is a setup, and this is something that is growing fast. The golf trips to Spain. This is probably the best way for a beginner to start. Just go a week abroad, nice weather, good golf teachers, and just play golf and learn golf in brilliant conditions. And we have a lot of Icelandic beginners going there every year. Like I say, 1,000 early January, May, and 1,000 September, December. And they come home and they want to step into the golf clubs. So we love those people that are doing those trips. They help us a lot to grow the game in Iceland. And those who attend those trips are mostly beginners. We see that we have those numbers. So it's a brilliant concept for us. And a lot of golf teachers from Iceland stay down in Spain for like 6 months every year, just doing that. This has been helping us growing the game as well. Accessibility and no green card. You just go to the course and you play. Downside, slow play, a few years ago. But I think it's not a problem anymore. You know, people can go to the golf course dressed how they want to dress. Basically, we have not strict dress codes at home. Maybe 1 or 2 golf courses are strict, but others just let it go through. We have kids. They can, if they want, they can go to the big course and play 18 holes, even if they had golf clubs in hand for a week. So don't have any restrictions on our courses. That has been helping us a lot. I mean, I worked in Germany. I know how hard it is for a beginner there to, you know, you have to go get your green card, and you start playing golf after 2 years, basically, if you're still there. So this has been helping us a lot. That's why I mentioned this. We have a few restrictions. Sustainability. We are the only sport federation in Iceland that has launched a report, a sustainability report. We did that last year, and we linked those, what are those called, the UN goals into that, and we have been working on that pretty hard. But that is, for us, like I told you in the beginning, that's not the important thing at home. This is a soft matter for us. We don't spend much on it, but we try to follow the flow. We have been working with Klappir, which is a system which takes all the data from the golf clubs, how much gas they use, how much water they use, etc. And it's just in one system there called Klappir, and then we just take the report out of that every year. Carbon Par is another project that we have been working on. We are basically measuring if the turf takes carbon dioxide down or not. So if that is gonna be the case, then we can say, okay, grass or turf helps out with binding this carbon down, so golf is good. It's basically what we're trying to do. And we're on a good pathway. The Golf Union of France jumped on this with us, and suddenly airports were on it with us, because they have a lot of grass on their airports, which they could count as plus if it is gonna show good results. So it's a research project still ongoing. GAO is a similar system that, and Klappir, it's just a system that you use to check out if the clubs are doing what they should be doing regarding to sustainability, owned by R&A. And Störf, it's a Nordic fund that we pay in. So every year we pay like, I don't know, 2,000 euros or something for research. So this is what we are basically doing in sustainability. Here you see our report. You see that 9 clubs are counted in this in the first time we did this, from 62, and those are the numbers from those 9 clubs. Okay, what is next up? We are aiming to do or make a new golf union app. We're trying to get all the golf courses into one app, which we have today, but we are gonna take this new application which Denmark did this year, and it's a bit expensive, more expensive than the old one, but we are going to do that. We think that's going to be a great step for us. Pay and play. The Golf Union is going to try to make a concept for players that are not registered in golf clubs, and we're going to try to somehow reach out for them so they can go on our platform, find tee times, get handicap, etc., without paying membership fees. That is what we call pay and play. That's the next step we're going to do. And we're going to connect Golf Gamebook, which is a Finnish company, I think. 4,000 players are using it already in Iceland, but it's not connected to Golfbox. So we are going to be the first union to connect them to Golfbox. That is going to be a good step as well. There we go again. Golfbox Union app 225. Players First is a statistic solution, BI solution for golf clubs, which we pay for, and we invite the golf clubs to take if they want. Some of the golf clubs are using an app called GLFR, Business Club app. That's okay by us. They are connected to the Golf Gamebook. No, the Golfbox and Gamebook is in process, and I don't know this last one, how many strokes, but I assume this is some kind of statistic application for players. So this is basically what we are doing in the IT sector. Future challenges, development and impact of simulator golf. We don't know in which direction this is heading. We just see it grows really fast, and I think you will see that happen here as well at some point. We have to assist parties to obtain land for new golf courses. We need new golf courses around Reykjavik because we have long lists of players waiting to get in the golf clubs. We are helping the golf courses to find ways to have more diversity in fees, like a fitness center or something. Now we just see you get the invoice in January for those 800 euros and over. So people are asking, can you somehow have other options as well? We are looking into that with the golf clubs, and we are setting us goals in marketing. And this year we'll have a specialist on that with us. So this is basically what I thought. Why is golf so popular in Iceland? We have those long summer days. We can't play the whole night through. We have high numbers of golf courses, 62, and simulators. It's accessible, affordable, and what is helping us a lot is almost every celeb in Iceland is posting Instagram photos or social media photos of himself playing golf. That helps us a lot. It's free marketing for the golf union. Somehow that has been really happening more and more. Yeah. Then I'm through. Thank you. So if there are some questions, feel free to ask. I know that Kristo wants me to talk about one thing that I didn't mention. It's new, so I might as well answer that question, Kristo. We have a new law in Iceland, national stadium, sport national stadium law. That means if we, as a golf union, can make agreement with one municipality in Iceland, then the state has to step in with finance. So that's really good. So we are starting on that project now. We are trying to find out, are we going to build a new golf course? Are we going to build something around old golf course? Or are we going to split up maybe Iceland, Spain? We don't know that yet, but we know we can get the money from the state by launching this deal. So, yeah, sport, what would you call it? A union stadium where we can host every training for the national teams, host big tournaments, we have the right tee boxes and etc., indoor facilities, and yeah, just we get money from the state to build that up. It's already a law. Yeah.
50% or state will finance, or
I think it will be 1/3, 1/3, 1/3.
1/3 state, 1/3 the municipality, and 1/3
Right.
these private companies,
Yeah, or the union itself. Yeah, with sponsors. Yeah. So
this is by law.
this is by law now.
If you like 1/3 you want to do, then government has to finance.
Yeah. 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 That's yeah. I know the basketball and handball are building a sport indoor hall together now, starting, and they have already gone through the work that we have to go through now, deciding what do we need, where is it supposed to be, where to.
You mentioned a little bit about that you can build it to the Spain also.
Yes, we can use it, like we can tell them we need facilities in Iceland, and because how our sports is, we can't stay in Iceland for 12 months. We have to have a second base in Spain or Turkey or Dubai or whatever. So we are probably gonna go that way with the deal. Build something up around old golf course in Iceland where we have space. And when the national teams are not using it, the public can use it. and it can be sold out like every other facility. And then we have our facilities in Spain or somewhere else.
Could you send the text of that law to Kristo and we can translate
Yeah, yeah.
it? It would be interesting to read.
Yeah.
How it's,
Yeah, it's simple.
how it's written.
Yeah, I wrote it. No, I read it like 2 weeks ago. It's 4 pages, simple, and it's been on now for 2 years or something.
It also applies to football
Yeah.
courses and those
Yeah,
stadiums.
yeah. They have the Ski Federation was the first to do it. They got supported to do it on 2 places in Iceland, and they got a lot of millions to build up 2 big ski resorts.
So hopefully in 5 years we can play in Spain, Iceland golf or something like
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You see the Icelandic flag. No, yeah. So,
Sorry.
yeah,
If you have 61 or 62 golf courses,
yes.
and how many is private and how many is municipality owned?
One private, only one private.
And 60 is
61,
local municipalities.
right? Yeah, yeah.
How you achieve this? This is
Yeah, I don't know. Just sport in Iceland has always been well supported, I would say. Yeah, and we just see the benefit to support sport in our local communities, because we have a long winter, and those indoor sports are, of course, big. Like we saw basketball, handball, gymnastic, indoor. Golf and soccer, we just have to go abroad to get the right results.
How much does it cost to build one 18-hole golf course in Iceland? In Estonia, it's 7 to 10 million usually.
Yeah, I don't know. I actually don't know the numbers, but I heard some numbers about one, just one fairway, how much it costs. It's really expensive. This groundwork is really expensive. That's why we have been trying, regarding this national stadium, to say, but okay, we're going to take a good golf course out on a little bit outside of Reykjavik, and we're going to build the facilities there for our national teams. Until we're happy, we need money for that, and then we need money for Spain. That's basically the story we're going to tell the government. I don't know the numbers of building a golf course. Yeah, it depends. You had a question? You had one?
I had the same question.
Okay. Yes?
What is the value proposition that you offer to your members, and most importantly, how do you communicate this to the members that you are planning to increase the fees by 15%? How will you communicate? Why do you do this?
Yeah, we use the elite sport. We are going to say, if we are going to try to get our goals, high goals, we have to do more, and we have to put more money into elite sport at the union and the golf clubs. Know that. And that's the value proposition that we are going to say. And of course, the golf clubs want the union to do a lot, not just elite golf and national teams. But mostly we're going to build it on that. If we want to get good, we got to spend more on national teams and elite sport.
Well, considering that your average salary is 3 times Estonian and the fee is in the same ballpark, it shouldn't be hard to
No.
pay the
True.
players. The fee was like, the average was like 70.
Yeah, 75, 70, yeah.
In Estonia, I think it is around the same, maybe even higher.
Yeah.
So that's the question. That's the main question and issue for the popularity of Estonia, in considering the golf, because it is more expensive.
True.
Versus in Iceland or in Scandinavia.
Yeah, I spoke to you yesterday about this, Christo, and
So the thing is that the most common answer is that we have such a short season, but in Iceland you have it even shorter.
true. Yeah,
You have less people there, less tourists as well.
yeah,
So that's a very good job you're doing there.
yeah. Thank you. Yeah, it's the membership fees. Maybe yes. Maybe it affects it. Yeah. But it came a little bit over like golf is actually expensive in Estonia in comparison to Iceland. Not accessible as at home. Okay. If we don't have, yeah, you have one?
You mentioned the Golf Iceland, which is your colleague is running it, and you are like subsidizing or mediating the request for golf rounds.
Yeah.
What is the business model? Is Golf Union taking a commission out of it, or you're doing this is for just the good of the golf courses?
Yeah, we basically are members there. Golf Iceland, he is asking about Golf Iceland. Every member there sees the benefit of getting the traffic, basically. We just support it, and we like that Magnus is just running things. He takes all the calls, all the emails, and sends it to the hotel, the car rentals, and the golf courses. Because not every golf course in Iceland is trying to get those tourists. You know, the tourists have preferences. They want to play Westman Islands, Keilir Golf Club, and. And those golf clubs are doing really big business out of the tourism. And the many golf courses in Iceland aren't even thinking of it. They don't have rental clubs or, you know, but we have like 10 golf courses, all members in Golf Iceland. They are doing a really good business out of golf tourism. So we are just supporting Golf Iceland. It's less work for us as well at the union. We don't have to take those calls from abroad or those emails that come into Magnus. So he is doing a great job, and it was a good step for us to support that, and we're going to do that, yeah, in the future as well. So business concept is basically those members who sign up, the hotels, car rentals, golf clubs, they get the traffic. Yeah.
How many competitions you do yourself?
Yeah.
Like not the federation.
Yeah.
How many you help?
We are running plus minus 30 tournaments every year, the Golf Union, because we just host sponsor tournaments, you know, small tournaments, internal tournaments for the union sponsors, and then we host the Icelandic championships in every age category. Other tournaments are just not relevant for us. So about 30 tournaments every year.
And what's the participation fee for those competitions?
Oh, a good question. It's like, it depends. The biggest, the Icelandic Championship, which is the Icelandic Amateur Championship, which is the biggest tournament, you pay like 20,000 Icelandic kroners if you want to try that out. 20,000 Icelandic kroners for 4-day tournament, but you can't be out after 2 days if you don't make the cut. So that's the biggest tournament. 20,000 Icelandic are in euros.
500 euros.
140.
140. 140. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Okay. And the clubs get all the...
Are all the championships 4 days or less? The third 3 days, 2 days?
Yeah, we have all kinds of length of tournaments.
And the prices over there are approximately 100 or something like that? Euros or something?
Yeah, the first prize is as high as the amateur status can. You know, I don't remember.
Participation fee.
Fees, yeah.
Fees, not the price, fees.
Yeah, okay, fees, sorry. Entry fees are like 140 for the biggest tournaments, and then if we host a 2 days tournament, it's like 70 or 80 to scale them down.
How come it can be so low? For example, if you compare to Estonia, it's much more higher.
The tournament fees,
Yes,
okay,
I would say around €100 more.
okay. Does that include sit-down dinner or something like that? Yeah, we have skipped all of that out of the tournaments.
This is minority, I would say. This is very little part.
Green fee.
It's green fee.
Yes.
Yeah. I can't explain why. We think it's high enough. We are raising those numbers really slowly because we know it's more or less young people taking part in those tournaments, and they have a lot of tournaments over the summer months. So it's a big sum at the end of the summer when they take everything together. So we're trying to keep the tournament fees as low as we can.
To be clear and understanding, is the entrance fee does it include the green fee as well? It's all.
Yeah.
inclusive.
Yeah.
Good.
Yep.
But maybe Krista, you can explain, let's say, how come is it so different? Because over here in Estonia, let's say that the golf courses also want their part of it. So basically, if the union wants to have the competition in our golf course, then we are charging for it.
Yeah, we pay. The system in Iceland is like the golf clubs takes the fee.
Yeah.
That we pay the golf club for hosting the tournament,
Yeah.
and we run the tournament.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah,
Basically, that means that you will support this tournament with the referees and everything, and you will pay for that.
yeah,
So basically, your minus is also like, I don't know, 100,000 or something.
yeah.
Just to be clear, how many rounds do the tourists pay in Iceland per year?
How many rounds? Yeah, they pay 10,000 rounds. 10,000 rounds. Yeah, and they leave much more than a normal green fee player. Yeah.
That's normal. If you go to Spain, you will leave more than the local players.
Yeah, the best customers are the tourists at home, then the ladies, because they go more to the bar and for a white wine or something.
Customers are the ladies' husbands.
No, the ladies golfers are number 2 best customers in Iceland, so green fee customers. The tourists,
Yeah, I was just joking that the ladies' husbands are the best customers.
okay, a ladies husband. Okay. Yeah.
Can you share maybe your point of view, the benefit of being part of the STIR, and what has this given to you? Because when I was connected with the union, we were also offered the membership option,
Yeah.
and the cost was about, I think, €0.50 per registered player per year, so that would have meant for us like €1,500. And at that time, our golf courses did not want to join. So have you seen the benefit of being part of this union?
Yeah, and they raised it this year again. Sturf, it's right. It's like €0.8 per member or something. So it's a pretty good sum that we pay towards Sturf. Benefits are we are running 2 or 3 projects in Iceland, which Sturf pays for. Otherwise, we wouldn't be so keen to be there. So we are running, 2 or 3 projects that get paid from Sturf back.
I think they have published 180 scientific studies on the turf grass, and some of our courses have had problems being in Nordic countries, so to speak, with the grass over winter. So
Yeah.
I personally think it's a very nice organization to be part of, and I'm still surprised that we are not.
It is. Yeah, it is really nice, and we get a lot of articles that we can throw over to Icelandic for our minor clubs, they can use it really well, those informations, when to, you have to break the ice from the greens and stuff like that, when do you put the fertilizer on, and we've been translating a lot of stuff from Sturf. That's benefit as well. So yeah, I'm okay with Sturf. I actually really like that. Fun. Yes?
In your last slides there was a nice 4 reasons why golf is so popular in Iceland, and I think the 2 reasons would match with Estonia. We also, especially Krista, is good in social media, and we have long summer nights. But what would be your advice to us, our golf federation or golf clubs, or how we can get more golf courses and get them more accessible and more affordable?
Oh, good question. So the thing is, I would give you the advice to meet up and try to work more together, because we've been working in Iceland a lot on meeting up with golf clubs, trying to work as one force on marketing, on everything, because if we as a union are trying to, market, put on the market some products, we have to know if the golf clubs can, provide those products. So I would just say, I would recommend just sit down together, like you're doing here this week, and try to work together on marketing, on like we're trying to do in Iceland. I mean, we say to the East Coast, okay, we have like 10 clubs there, sit together, work together, do something, make some products, because the first 40 years, nobody in the Golf Union of Iceland had a product. They didn't know how to sell or how to put on a market a product or sell something. So that's basically what I would recommend. But getting land, I don't know how it works here, but we go through the government with that. So it's maybe pretty easy in Iceland in comparison to here. We have a lot of land. We Icelanders, we are just like the inhabitants of Tallinn, less than 400,000 with a huge country. So a land is not a problem in Iceland. That's maybe harder here. Yeah. Kristo.
Sorry,
Yeah?
one question more.
Yeah?
I forgot that how much you got money from financing from government side every year to this union budget, golf union budget?
How much from the government?
Yeah.
We get like 260,000 towards Elite Sport, the golf union.
260,000.
Yeah.
But only for elite sport there.
Yeah.
Something else?
Yeah, and then we get government support for the office. Every sport union should get at least one staff member, so they are paying for that. And yeah, smaller supports as well. Yeah. But
Total 400,000.
yeah. Let's say total 400,000 in a year towards towards the golf union.
So you said only one golf club is private, the other are kind of state-owned or partially state-owned.
Right.
Maybe the trick is there. I mean, the taxpayer just paying for the difference which we have in Greenpeace here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that means the golf clubs are not in profit, but they are kind of paying over.
True. Yeah. Non-profit. Okay. So I will be here after this meeting. So if you have any further questions, just come and ask me. I'm ready to ask every question that you have. So I'll just say again, thank you. Nice to see you all.